My name is the Slender Man. There are legends and myths that have been around for centuries and have seared themselves into our minds and culture. Then there are those that have been brought to life by way of modern technologies, reminding us of nightmares that should have been buried and forgotten. One such legend is known through internet popularity as Slender Man. The creature known as Slender Man is said to have the appearance of a tall, lanky man in a black suit. Not so scary, right? Wrong. He towers at 6 to 7 feet, with usually thin limbs. His face, if you can call it that, is featureless and white, though some say that it can morph into whatever you fear most. His arms, however, can stretch out to grab his victims and bend in unnatural ways with long talon-like fingers, used to scratch at the windows of children. He is also said to have multiple arms, sometimes seen as long tentacles, used to ensnare whoever catches his eye, or should I say, the void where his face would be. The silent stalker Slender Man. Slender Man is a silent stalker that likes to hide in plain sight, and is usually spotted in wooded areas where he could blend in amongst the trees and dark corners of the forest. Where he finds his victims of choice, he follows them home, and upon being seen through the window, can use a form of hypnosis that compels you to walk right into his spindly arms. Usually glimpsed at a distance once he's close enough to get a good look at. That's when he sinks into your home, appearing in a dark hallway or a blank television screen. American legend says he was once a man who was tortured viciously, first being beaten with a log, then impaled with a 2-foot-long stick and hung from a tree with his arms and legs pulled from their sockets. It appears that Slender Man myth goes back a lot farther than is claimed. He is based on something called Der Grober Man, meaning tall man, which is the Germanic version. Legend says that children would sight him in the Black Forest days before their disappearance. All that was left behind would be the mutilated remains of livestock, and in a few cases, village inhabitants would be found several miles from their home, impaled on the higher branches of the trees. Internet fiction or not, Slender Man indeed has horrifying origins and lore from the old world. What makes this myth so fearful is the fact that to this day, people are still questioning the existence of this humanoid creature. Websites flooded with people claiming to have had sightings of this, especially those that live near wooded areas. Even more terrifying is that he has been known to intimidate the voice of a human calling out your name in the dark. And it seems that the more you talk about or research Slender Man, the more likely you are to encounter him, bringing life to a supposed legend. All I can say is, you now have a new reason to be afraid of the dark.